Hello.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. Come on in.
Welcome to episode 78.
Of First Frames First. So Jay, how are you?
Doing really good.
Yeah.
Mostly. Busy.
Yeah, busy bee.
Let's make this a quick one today.
Okay, today's a quick one, guys.
That's cool. What do you want to talk about in general today?
In general, let's just talk about the meeting we just had.
Okay.
Let's also talk about, I just have a quick thought on gear and equipment, which is
okay,
kind of silly.
Quick 8 limbs update.
Quick 8 limbs update.
Quick audio drama update.
Quick audio drama update.
Quick website update.
Quick website update.
That's good.
Just that's an update.
Just all the updates for the last
all the things
weeks.
that are happening in our lives are right meow.
Yeah, let's just do a quick one.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm Adrian.
And I'm Jay. We run Fable Forest Films.
Right now, we're totally independent.
But what's the dream?
Making crazy awesome film and television for the biggest studios.
This podcast is our journey.
So I was just telling Jay, and he sort of stopped me and said we should talk about it on the podcast quickly, is that I just feel like we're getting to a place now. I was looking at specs for a new computer, a new edit suite, and as I was looking at these monstrous computer specs, the potential for monstrous computer specs.
Now, you looked at the $47,000 Mac, right?
Yes, I mean, it went up to 78,000.
78,000.
But that's if you like max out everything right up to the, and that's including that's including like a $15,000 screen or something. I'm not sure what the screen is worth, but it's a lot. It's like some incredible liquid technology that nobody else has. So I did look at that.
Like, just go buy it.
Just, But the thing is, what I love about that new Mac is what they're doing, which is actually sort of they're moving in a different direction now that Steve is done. Steve is gone. But they're saying, we're going to give you this Mac tower. It looks like a cheese grater. And you will be able to just plug in new things as you go. You want to put another graphics card in there. You just it looks like you just slide it in. You want to put a new RAM in there. It's got so many slots for RAM. You just keep sliding them in. You slide as many. So they're making it like this is the last, not the last, but this is the last tower you will ever need, right? Just buy this, and then all the insides you just do whatever you want. You know what I mean? So I was looking at the specs. So
basically what you're telling me is, after 30 years, they're like, PCs are great.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's the marriage of the two ideas though. Because everybody loves Mac because people don't want to, like, a lot of people don't want to dive into the nitty-gritties. We don't want to do a defrag. I don't want to do a defrag every day. Every 3 days, you're like, oh, my computer's running slow, I better do a defrag. Because all the files, it's kind of ingested from the internet by accident.
You don't defrag anymore.
Don't defrag anymore? It's been so long since I've had a PC.
It's fine.
So basically, just what I was saying to Jay, and there's a new camera coming out, which I have my eye on, called which is the Panasonic S1H, which shoots at 6K. And it's the first sort of digital mirrorless camera that Netflix has said, we will approve a show that is set to be shot on this camera. And it's shot at 6K. Now, I just have this feeling, like the computers that you buy, like if you're looking at buying a new computer or you're looking at buying a new camera that shoots 6K and up, between 6 and 8K, or if you're looking at a computer that can easily handle raw 8K or raw 6K without too much hassles, you're probably looking at a machine or a camera that you're going to be able to hang on to for a really, really long time. Because I think that there will be cameras that'll hit 16K. I don't think anyone's going to buy them. I think people are going to be like, you know what, the 16K, it allows me to maneuver in the frame a little bit if I make a mistake. But I don't make a mistake that often that I'm going to opt for the 16K camera. The 8K is plenty. And I don't think our eyes are really going to see the difference between 8K and 16K.
The thing is we had this exact same discussion before 4K.
Yes.
Right? Everybody was like, you'll never have to really go to 4K. It's going to be fine with X.
Oh, no. At 1080p? I don't think people had that feeling at 1080p where they were like, we don't need to go to 4K. I think when you saw 1080p and then you saw a 4K image, you were like, I can't believe we ever looked at 1080p. But I do think that when you look at 4K and you look at 8K, you're like, yeah, okay. And obviously the monitoring systems are also struggling. Like, you shoot in 8K, and I don't know if there's an 8K monitor out there. I don't know.
And first of all, are we recording? Just want to make sure.
Yes.
Because I just don't see a red light on the front.
Yeah,
no
yeah,
big deal.
yeah.
So I was like, how long are we going to talk? And
Yeah.
then, oh well, we did not...
So anyway, that was my gear rant.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah. I just wonder, like, we talk about buying, let's say a 6K camera and a computer that can handle 8K RAW and blah, 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 and then keeping it for a long period of time. Is it worth spending the kind of money that it costs today, or waiting until everything comes... Because everything comes down in price over time.
Everything comes down.
And if we're not going to jump to 16K...
Yes.
It's something that, always think about.
I think that you shouldn't buy the gear and hope you get the work. I feel like you get the work. And then you're like, we got to get new gear for this job.
We've been very lucky. A couple of the jobs that we've gotten have paid for more equipment that we have.
Audio stuff, which is hugely important. Yeah. So,
okay,
Jay, hit us with an update.
Quickly, let's talk about the website super fast. We're almost there. We fixed a bunch of things this week. And last, I would still recommend not going to it, but all the pages are there. They're just, all the text isn't correct yet, and all the pictures and things aren't correct, but all the pages are there. We went back in time and put little photos of every old podcast.
Amazing.
They're all there. You can now search, when you do a search, it just searches for podcasts, and everything looks good, everything's coming together. So there's a couple small things that he's working on to just make certain things look proper.
Mm-hmm.
And then he taught me a couple new cool tricks last night. Again, using this Divi.
Mm-hmm.
So that you can like take pieces of a particular page and save that piece into the library. And then when you're building another page and you're like, I want to add this thing, it looks exactly the same, right? So you don't
kind of build your own templates for things.
Exactly. So it's pretty neat. And then the last piece he's going to work on is just a fake store.
Yeah.
A store that's not really a store per se.
It's ready to become a store.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's going to be a placeholder.
I'm excited.
And then someday down the line, maybe we have a store. But anyways, I think, also he sent me, check this out, just quickly. He sent me a speed test. He's like, how's this for speed? Here, latest performance.
Holy smoke! It's all very green.
Yeah.
It's a speed test for the website, and they're all at
100%,
and they're all at 100%.
Anyways, all the components are compressed and blah blah blah. So it's like some website that reviews
Squishes
the site
everything
and sees how fast it loads.
That's
and all
cool.
That stuff.
That's cool.
So there's a couple things he wanted to ask you about, so I'll ask you afterwards. And but yeah, it's end of February.
Okay, end of February. This little last chunk of February is really intense for us.
Yeah, because
we want to finish the website.
Yeah, and
finish
get
8
limbs up. Because the thing is I want the website to be done when people should be watching 8 limbs. Does that make sense?
Yes, 100%.
Get the little website URLs, artof8limbs.ca, redirecting properly and all that kind of stuff. Just because then it's out there. Mm-hmm. If we want to make tweaks and things like that later on, that's fine. Anyways, moving on. So let's talk about 8 limbs.
Okay, 8 limbs. We're cranking forward. We have 2 shows that are with 2 other individuals being edited. One of them is Blake, and one of them is Jason. Mm-hmm. So I'll just say that what has happened is that the 5 contractual rough episodes have been approved by Bell. So we are now I'm now polishing those and getting those over the line and sending those through to Bell. And they also
We shot the intro.
We shot the intro. That's right, and the intro looks very awesome. It was, I will say, the visuals were in my head.
Yeah.
And then we went and we did it, and I was like, yeah, this is exactly what I imagined. Like sometimes you do a thing and you're like, okay, yeah, it's kind of, but this was like, I was like, yeah, this is exactly what I was hoping for.
It's great because as we had some problems with our intro. I had a guy that we really wanted to be part of it, just because we've been trying to work with him for a while and it's never worked out, and of course it didn't work out this time either. And but we have a really great local professional MMA artist that's in the
he's battling he's battling to get into the UFC.
Yeah.
You know, he's right on the cusp of those outer edges, and he just needs a couple good fights to go his way, and then the UFC might notice him, and he might be, on the roster.
I mean, that couldn't hurt our show.
No, that'd be amazing.
UFC star Pat Pitlick.
Anyways. Yeah.
So,
and you just knew we were shooting him doing some shadow boxing, and when he was doing the shadow boxing, you're like, yeah, this guy'd kill me really quickly.
He was like, I could knee you in the head without even jumping, and I was like, oh.
That's what he sees. Everybody to him just looks like a punching bag.
Yeah, he was like, I size you up just because,
That's what I do.
Yeah. But anyways, it was cool because I kept saying to Adrian, like, do you know what we're going to do?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't sure.
And I would tell Jay, and I'd be like, yeah, it's just going to be black. It's just going to be backlit, just with a bit of rim light on the side. Like, we'll just put the redheads at the back, so it'll just be black, and he'll just basically be a shadow. And to me, I was like, yeah, 100%. But Jay was like,
I just don't see it.
I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
But it's fine, and it looks amazing. So that's cool. So then we had written an intro, like a
voiceover, a little voiceover to go along with these images.
Right, and so we came down. I recorded my voice. Anne came over to watch the girls while we played movie making, and
we don't play. It's serious business.
Yes, that's true. And so I recorded the audio. We put it in with epic music, and it looks amazing. And I was like, okay, Anne, you got to come down and watch it. And she's watching it, and she goes, like, you don't like it? She's like, well, you should probably get someone else's voice. So
why did you do your voice?
I was like, that's what she said. Why did you use your voice? I was like, oh. So it was funny because I get in the car later and she was like, yeah, you should just, use like a deeper voice, And I said, like a sexier voice. She goes, yeah.
Wives know how to cut a husband. There's no pulling punches. It's just like, I will say.
So we're getting divorced.
I will say that,
I'm just kidding.
Heather, she's watched things that I've done before. She's like, that was boring. And you're just like, good note. I'm going to take that. I'm going to use that.
First, I'm going to cry.
Yeah, let me be sad for a minute, and then I will use that note constructively. Yeah. But the truth is, that's exactly what you want. You just want, you don't need the fluff.
Yeah. That's true.
Anyway, so then, what was the other update?
So just we polished one episode. I gave my notes.
Yeah.
I sent them to you. I don't know if you noticed that.
I saw that, yeah.
Almost 2 a.m. And because I've been trying to work on this episode. I've been working on this episode. No trying. Serious business. And it's coming along. And but yeah, you procrastinate. You
Find other things.
you're like, oh, I should probably finish that thing that I said I was going to send Adrian. Whatever. I should probably watch this YouTube video about a guy that procrastinates.
How to not procrastinate.
Oh, and then I really like this other video here that's about this FBI guy that is a negotiator. Anyways.
So I will just touching on 8 limbs. So we got the 5 rough cuts over the line, and we did chat to Bell, and they are going to also accept the other 3 episodes. So that is a great relief for us. We were going to do the episodes regardless, but they were like, yeah, we're in. We're in for the additional.
We'll find you a couple of bucks.
Yeah, for the additional episodes. So we were really stoked about that. Because we couldn't, although we only had 5 contractual episodes, we just couldn't leave them on them in the dust and not finish them.
The thing is that when you watch the episode, you have to understand that you can't just film 5 episodes. You cannot, because
what if someone breaks an arm?
Right. So when we did season 1, we started with 12, 9.
9. I thought it was 9.
9,
yeah.
and we almost had 4. We got 5 on the day.
We nearly lost a fight on the night.
Right, so we ended up with the 5, which was what our contract was for. This time, we started with 11. And 2 fell out almost right away from the one gym. And then over time, another gym from Hamilton was out, and the guy from London was out. So, we still ended up with 8, but I think we started with 11 or 12.
Yeah.
And then we've literally spent months and months working with the people, meeting them, filming them, being at fight night, and then, you like them. You like all of them.
It's the bottom line.
So you're like, I want to make this episode for you, and I want you to love it.
We actually tell whenever we see the fighters again, after we've been filming them for a long time, we tell them, we're fans of yours. Like, you guys need to post when you're fighting and what the result of the fight is, because
Adrian's like, I want to go, and the guy said, I'm gonna be fighting. Where did he say?
Montreal.
And we were like, oh,
never mind.
Too far.
Where are you fighting next? We will come and watch you. Montreal. Never mind.
Yeah. Good. Anyways.
Yep. That's it, guys. Thank you very much for listening, watching, and for tickling.
Let's quickly talk about the audio dramas.
Audio dramas.
Not a good update. Not a real update right now. And we want to talk about the meeting this morning.
Oh, okay.
So
let's bust through.
Did we talk about my meeting with the Arts Fund folks?
No, we have not.
Okay, that was cool. So when we were getting the Arts Fund application, I had given some suggestions to the folks, and so they reached out to me a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And said, hey, do you have time to grab a coffee and talk to us about the ideas that you had, and we're planning on creating our own social media presence, so we'd love to get your insight or whatever. And so it was cool. I sat down and talked to a couple of the folks that are on the chairs of the region of Waterloo Arts Fund, and we had a really good chat. I think over an hour, and just talked about social media and what they want to do and how they can grow their presence and in the community. And we talked about what we need as artists and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see what comes from that, but it was a cool sit down. I like meeting people that are doing the things in our community, whether or not they're government or business people or artists, because you just never know. You meet those people and something happens. Yeah,
I will say that when Jason told me about the meeting, it was seemed like a really great meeting.
Yeah,
really productive.
Yeah.
Just because one of the things they said was they sort of looked at Jay and they were like, we don't really know that much about film, to be honest. And so the fact that they are talking to Jay, who's a filmmaker, means that there's an education. There's going to be information and education. Particularly, you have a wonderful arts fund in the region. Wonderful. And film is a major form of art these days. And the number of people that are running around with cameras making stories is significant. And filmmakers need a lot of support.
because
all
projects-
kinds of support.
every artist needs support.
Gear and equipment. Yeah.
Every artist of whatever kind needs monetary support. Just seeing their work and guiding people to their work. But filmmakers, whenever you start a project, it takes a long time. It takes lots of energy and resources, and so.
And I would say that the way that technology is moving, when you're an artist and you're painting on a canvas, there should be a person filming you to put it on the internet. So like, film and video should accompany every other art project so that it can make its way onto the internet, where it can exist in perpetuity forever so that the world can see it, instead of just the people that walk past the artist's work, right? If a guy's making a big sculpture, you got to have video people there making sure that the rest of the world knows that guy's making an amazing sculpture.
Yeah.
It's a 2-minute video, and it tells the world everything that they need to know.
Yeah. So we did talk a lot about that, and how they can help with their social media presence to bring, for artists to bring their people to the Arts Fund, and how the Arts Fund can then take their support and bring it back out to the artists. And one of the things that I really liked, and we'll just see what happens, but one of the suggestions that I made was, there was this old show, and I can't remember if it was when I was a kid or when my kids were young, but there was this show with this little redheaded boy named This Is Daniel Cook. That was the name of the show. And I couldn't remember it at the time, but I remembered afterwards. But this little kindergartner had a film team, and he would go and interview scientists, drummers, whoever. He's just like this little, like, I don't know anything about anything.
So he's just asking silly questions.
Right. And
That's
they're all super nice to him. And it's a show for kids, right? And so the suggestion that I made was for the Arts Fund to team up with local high schools and have each high school, each semester, put together a team or two who would go out and interview and film and edit and put together a small video relating to one of the grant recipients. And then the Arts Fund would then take that content and post it on their social media. And the quality doesn't matter. You're supporting the high school kids, you're supporting growth and learning, and you're showcasing the actual art that the people did. Anyways, so just a fun thing. And the added benefit for them is that...
More people.
Right. You're going to have all the high schools, you're going to have the high schoolers, they're going to go and follow the social media of the Arts Fund. So are their parents. And you do it yearly. At some point, those same kids that are doing those, they're growing artistically, they're going to end up wanting some of your Arts Fund money. Right? So anyways, I think that's a cool win. We'll see what happens. I don't know if we can be involved in some of that kind of stuff, but I think we'll try.
I will say that one of the things that we decided to do was, I think we're going to create a competition for high school kids with a monetary reward at the end, which is going to be a short film competition. We're going to do 2 high schools.
2 high schools this year,
Yeah, so we'll just approach the film departments and we'll say, hey, we want, we'll be the judge and jury, and we want short films this length. We'll provide the parameters, and then there'll be a monetary win at the end.
We did it last year. We didn't do a short film festival of our own. But we gave prize money and prizes to a high school in our region who was doing a short film festival of their own. And
So I think that'll be really great.
So what did we do today, speaking of high school?
Speaking of high school, I got contacted recently by the local high school here, and they asked me if I would take a high school placement.
Co-op student.
Co-op student. And I was like, because I'm part-time here. I split my time between being down here in the office and making films and videos and raising my 2 little girls. So I have those as sort of a dual life. So there would just be a bit of maneuvering that needed to happen in order for this. But, I was like, okay, let's meet this young man and let's see if we can make this work. If he's excited and if we're excited. And so Jay popped over, and so we met Nathan today.
It was cool because you never know what you're gonna get, I suppose, and we still don't really.
Yeah.
But one of the first things we asked was, what do you want to do? Like, why do you want to come and be a co-op at a small independent film and television production company? And he was like, I'm an editor. I want to edit. And we're like, okay, so we're going to teach you whatever. And he's like, yeah, I'm proficient with Premiere and, what do you say, Sony Vega?
Yeah.
Have you heard of that one?
Oh, yeah.
I think kids use it.
Yeah. I know some guys, some top dudes who have used it before. But I mean,
I think Connor used it with a buddy of his on something.
Yeah, they may have a good free version that's available for people to use, but yeah, Premiere. I mean, we're Adobe nuts here because of the suite. Because we use Illustrator to make things. Jay uses Photoshop. I use After Effects like a machine, And so I mean, obviously we use Premiere. And the truth is, if it can cut, and it can fade audio, and it can do audio levels, you probably can do the same thing with all of them. Like, I've never used the Avid system, which is what most professionals use, as I understand it.
And what about Final Cut? Do people use that still?
Final Cut, yeah. I mean, I'm sure there are people that use it. Final Cut has kind of, in my opinion, drifted into obscurity a bit. Yeah, that everyone used Final Cut 7.
Right.
Even, like, if you weren't using Avid on the top levels, you were using Final Cut 7. And then Final Cut 7 kind of went away, and Final Cut 10 came, and people were just like, "Blah, I do not like this."
Well, I will say we use Adobe for everything. We can both log in from our various spots because you're allowed to have multiple accounts in the cloud or whatever, so you can download your stuff. And the one thing that kind of got me excited, I don't know how we're gonna use it, but one of the most recent announcements was that Adobe is building this project, this professional cloud storage thing. So people will be able to, like, we'll build a timeline or we'll build a project file, and we'll both be able to work on the same project remotely. I don't know how it's going to work yet, but the announcement came out, and I've started to notice, because I do the updates and things, I've started to notice some changes in the Adobe Cloud. Now it's saying, we're using 0 of 100 gigs of online storage and stuff like that. So I'm starting to go, what's happening here? So it's cool.
100 gigs. Come on now. Adobe, 100 gigs. Jeez, that's one day of shooting. Yeah, we'll go to
maybe it's your project file.
Yeah, do you know what? If both people have the raw, if both people have the raw data on their, like, local hard drives, and then you're both editing the project file,
maybe that's
in the cloud.
I don't know. So, anyways, I don't know what's going to happen, but it's some neat new stuff. I think whenever you can collaborate on something, this is great, right? Yeah. We use G Suite, Google Suite, for all of our communications and storage. We've been using it for quite a while, and everything we do, we throw it in the cloud. And so if he needs something, it's there. If I need something, it's there.
And the fact that you can hook it up on your phone, you can go into my phone. I can go through all our files,
photos,
everything, videos, you name it, and you can
share it.
And you can share it. Send it. You want to put it on Instagram? Pow, 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 pow. It's just great. I love it. Yeah. G Suite is awesome.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Thank you very much for joining us, and
let's do a trivia.
Just while he's handing out the cards, I will say we are still grinding through 8 limbs, fast and hard, so that we can get to Shifted, which is always on the front of my mind, and I am very excited to finish that movie.
Yes. We haven't done trivia in ages. And by the way, this is a new trivia game that I just bought.
Okay.
But
is the answer on here?
We did. Yes, it is. So it's going to be you versus me.
Okay.
We did watch the Oscars.
Yes, we did.
And maybe next episode we can try to recap what we thought about the Oscars. But I will tell you, we tied 3-3. So
he must be really sad.
I am sad. I wanted to win.
He usually wins those.
I don't like to lose. So.
All right.
On to trivia. All right, go.
Okay, comedy. Am I asking you each one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. 2 drag queens and a transsexual get a contract to perform a show in a resort town in this 1994 Stephen Elliott movie.
Tu Wong Fu, Julie Newmar.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Tu Wong Fu? 2 drag queens and a transsexual get a contract to perform a show in a resort town in 1994 in a Stephen Elliott movie. They take a bus.
No idea.
Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. My God. As of 2013, do you know what? It's Agent Smith, and he's a drag queen.
Oh,
and goes on the back. He's on the back of this bus, and this fabric is just blowing behind him on this bus. It's quite epic.
Isn't Tu Wong Fu, Julie Newmar also a drag queen movie?
I don't know what you're saying.
Okay.
Are you swearing at me? As of 2013, this is action adventure. What movie has the most Oscar nominations for a foreign film?
Whoa. As of 2013.
What movie has the most Oscar nominations for a foreign film? These are tough.
Whoa. Give me another one. I'll think about that one while.
Okay, drama musical. Who plays the brilliant and devious mother in the 1962 version of The Manchurian Candidate? Candidate.
Kathy Bates.
No. Angela Lansbury.
I mean, close.
Horror sci-fi. In Armageddon, who does NASA send into space to stop an asteroid? Navy SEALs, oil drillers, or scientists?
Oil drillers.
Yeah. Good. So you got
Man, I got
you
one.
got one. So I'll say the action adventure was Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. That's tough. Foreign.
Darn. I'm not gonna lie.
Is that what you
did think about it for a second?
Oh.
But
Okay, let me show you how much I suck at trivia.
Here we
Hit
go.
me.
Here we go.
Okay. Once again.
Ballroom dance, football, and mental illness all play a part in what 2012 comedy?
Is this when they say football? Do they talk about
Football.
Like
Yeah.
football?
Soccer.
2012. Waterboy. No. 2012.
I haven't seen this movie either.
I'm gonna
And I
say.
didn't know it was a comedy.
I'm gonna say Any Given Sunday. I don't know.
That's definitely not a comedy, but
No.
it is a football movie. Silver Linings Playbook.
2012. Silver Linings Playbook. Football. Where is football? Is he a football player?
I mean, definitely there's all kinds of football stuff on the poster. Like little X's with little lines.
With Silver Linings Playbook?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Have you seen the movie? No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I've seen it
And there's no football in it?
long ago. I don't remember football.
Here we go.
Anyway, but I suck at remembering.
What is Indiana Jones' dad afraid of?
Spiders.
Rats.
Damn it! Indy's afraid of snakes. His dad's
Yes.
afraid of rats. Shoot.
That's true. There's a scene where he's going through a tunnel and there's all kinds of rats. He's got the lady and they go underneath the thing, and he was laughing and he was like, she was like, your dad would love to see this, and he was like, nope. Rats. Anyways. In Life of Pi, an Indian boy is marooned on a lifeboat with what animal?
Oh, tiger.
Being able to answer trivia based on what we saw in the trailers.
What are you talking about? I've seen that movie.
Oh, okay.
And I read the book.
Okay. Why'd you say shoot then?
No, when you said Life of Pi, in my mind, I heard Pi.
Ah.
Which I have not seen.
That was a weird movie.
Darren Aronofsky, I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Oh, okay, horror sci-fi. How long do replicants live in Blade Runner? I feel that this is good because I'm going to give you a multiple choice here. And there's a chance that you're not going to get it right. 4 years, 5 years, or 8 years?
8 years.
4 years.
Fuck! Damn it!
Alright, this is head to head now.
Okay.
Alright.
Just hang on.
So just from top to bottom, You go first.
Okay, what type of car is the time machine in Back to the Future?
A DeLorean. Okay.
Damn it. It was a multiple choice, by the way.
A Korean War field hospital is brought to life and laughs in what movie?
A Korean War, just read it
A
again.
Korean War field hospital is brought to life and laughs in what movie?
I don't know, MASH. Is it MASH? In a movie? I would have said
There was a
TV
MASH
show.
movie.
Okay. What song is playing during the apartment shooting spree in the movie Face Off?
Ave Maria.
Over the Rainbow.
Ave Maria plays in the shootout in the movie Hitman.
Ah.
It's awesome. He's hanging upside down from a rope. There's all kinds of bad guys, and he's like shooting people. Anyways.
The beauty of the dance, the beauty of the kill.
Okay, so you could win it right here. The movie Sin City is based off the comic books by which author?
Miller. Frank Miller.
Maybe it's multiple choice.
Oh!
Nice job. Okay, that is it for today.
Dream big.
Work hard.
Bye, guys.
You did not.
Really hope you enjoyed the show.
Wherever you watched or listened, please leave us a comment or a review. We really want to hear from you.
Share the show with a friend. You know they'll love us.
Head over to our website, thefableforest.com. There's all kinds of great stuff.
Poke around. Check it out.
See you all again in a couple weeks.